Hello, my name's Josh and I perform quality control here at Puget Systems. What I have in front of me is a Puget Spirit, and that's what I'm going to show you around today. So the Puget Spirit is based off of the Fractal Arc MIDI and the Asus Z97A motherboard, and those two components really give the Spirit its flexibility. And that's what we're really trying to go for here. But anyway, let's talk about features. So the case itself supports up to 740mm fans, one on the back, two on top, two in the front, one on the bottom, and one as a side panel fan. As you can see, the case supports up to 8 hard drives and 2 5¼ inch devices. The board has plenty of expansion slots here, so if you want to go multi-GPU or cram a bunch of controller cards in here, you are definitely able to do that. Also, there are 6 SATA ports, and also kind of interesting here is you have 2 SATA Express ports and a M.2 slot over here. Now that's nice because if you're interested in taking care of, or taking advantage of these modern standards, the support for that is there right out of the box. Now let's move to the back of the case so I can show you the rear I/O. And what I really like about the Z97A is its video outputs. So you have the big 4. You have HDMI, DisplayPort, DVI, and VGA. You also have 2 USB 2 ports, 4 USB 3 ports, a PS2 port for legacy devices, a gigabit network port, 7.1 channel analog audio, and a SPDIF out. Also down here is where you're going to be connecting power. This is a Antec TruePower 650, and that's what you're going to find in these configurations. It also has a physical power supply switch, so it's important to be mindful of that because if that's off, your computer will not turn on. Also, down here you have a removable fan filter, and that's for the power supply and, if installed, this bottom 140mm intake. But mostly this is nice for its function as a power supply filter, because power supplies are pretty difficult components to clean out thoroughly. Now moving to the front, you also have another filter here. This is for your front intake fans, and the way you remove this one is by simply pressing on both sides of the top of the filter, and the whole thing will just kind of pop out like that. So super easy. Also on top of the case here you have a reset switch, microphone port, headphone port, power button, 2 USB 3 ports, and a 3-speed fan controller. Now this controls all of the chassis fans, and we do all our testing at the lowest setting. Well, most of the time. If you have multiple hot running GPUs or occupy all 8 drive trays, then we may do our testing on medium, but for the most part we do it on low. I guess I could give you a quick idea of what these fans sound like on high. So even on high, by all means, this is not a loud computer. But yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to show you. So that's the Puget Spirit. I hope you found this video informative, and thanks for viewing.